Everyone's got a secret, we're here to spill them. Real people, real confessions every single day. Subscribe Confess Line if you can handle the truth. This is a rough one for me. I started volunteering at the place where my current BF works. We started dating in my early 20s and he's around twice my age now. It was completely causal the way we got together, and neither of us had ever dated outside of our age before. He tried to push me away at first because of the age difference, thinking that he would be holding me back. But I told him I wanted to at least see where it went, because if it didn't work out, then at least I knew. I wouldn't have to always wonder what if. Fast forward 8 years, still together but not married. Talked about it for years, and I would have said yes 4 years ago. I've been on him hard about it the last 2 years, stating that I kind of feel like I'm waiting for the rest of my life to start. I wanted kids, he has none, and I'm about to start my second career which will pay me extremely well. He has his own business and also does very well. He supposedly is having a ring made, but it hasn't made it to my finger yet. I do believe him because he spoke to my best friend about it, but he's had all this time with nothing to show for it. He's also randomly begun having a lot of health issues since last year, which has put a huge damper on our relationship. I work in the medical field, so I'm always trying to guide him on what to do and not do, when to see a doc, eat, sleep, etc. But he doesn't listen and doesn't take care of himself. So a lot of his issues have been self-inflicted. I do have a hard time with sympathy for things that are in your control, that you willingly choose to ignore. I went through a 2-year struggle where I was in and out of the hospital a lot, and he was always there for me and extremely supportive. He's the perfect man in that aspect. But now he's having issues and doesn't seem to care to try and fix them, which is driving me insane, like beating a dead horse. We never have sex anymore, which is also vitally important to me. He had kidney stones a few times last year and has had issues ever since, and I've literally had to beg him to go to the doctor and get blood work. So it's been a 1.5 years since we've fully done anything and further strains the relationship. Now I think he might have torn his rotator cuff and he's been brushing it off for weeks. I love him more than anything, maybe even more than myself. He's an amazing partner in many, many aspects and has been there for me when no one else has, but I'm tired of feeling like I'm the parent, and feeling like I care more about him than he cares about himself. I often feel like I've wasted what should have been the best decade of my life. I hate feeling like this. I feel like everyone thinks I'm an idiot. Story 2. This happened during my last year of high school, and I've never told anyone about it. I was part of the yearbook committee, and we had this tradition where seniors would write short texts about each graduating student. Most of them were sweet or funny, but I noticed one entry that really bothered me. There was this guy in our year who wasn't part of the popular crowd and had been bullied throughout high school. Yes, he was a bit weird, but he was never mean. Someone had written what looked like a nice tribute to him on the surface, but it was full of cruel undertones. They made subtle digs about his crush, mocked his outfit style, and included other mean-spirited jokes that only made sense if you knew the context of how he'd been treated. The submission was anonymous, but I could tell from the email address it came from one kid that always tried to make jokes to be popular. It just felt so cruel to me, like a final last kick while he was down before graduation. So, I changed it. I didn't rewrite the whole thing, just edited out the mean parts and made it neutral and kind. I was careful not to make it overly glowing since that would have seemed suspicious, but I made sure there was nothing hurtful hidden in there. When the yearbooks came out, no one questioned the text, and as far as I know, the guy never knew how close he came to being publicly humiliated one last time. I never told him what I did, and I never told anyone else on the committee. Honestly, I'm not sorry about what I did, even though I wasn't allowed to change the submissions. Everyone deserves to have their high school years end on a decent note. I still think about it sometimes and wonder how he's doing now. Story 3. I've been lying about my college degree for 8 years and just got promoted to senior management. Need to get this off my chest because the guilt is eating me alive, especially now. 8 years ago, I was a broke 22-year-old who dropped out of college in my senior year due to financial issues and family problems. I was 3 credits short of graduating with my business degree. I was applying for entry-level jobs and kept getting rejected because I didn't have that piece of paper. Out of desperation, I lied on one application. I said I had graduated. Just to see what would happen, I got the job that was supposed to be temporary. I told myself I'd go back and finish those 3 credits once I got on my feet financially. But life happened. I got good at the job, got promoted, then promoted again. The lie got buried deeper and deeper with each success. Last week I got promoted to senior manager. They're throwing me a celebration dinner. Everyone keeps congratulating me on how my education prepared me so well for leadership. My parents are so proud. My team looks up to me. I'm a complete fraud. The worst part? I'm actually good at my job. I've led successful projects, mentored junior staff, increased our department's productivity by 40%. But none of that feels real because it's all built on a lie. I've tried to go back and finish those credits multiple times, but my company keeps assigning me to bigger projects. I don't have time, and honestly, I'm terrified that if I contact my old university, somehow it'll all come out. I know this makes me a terrible person. I stole opportunities from people who actually earned their degrees. I've built my entire career on deception. I want to come clean, but I'd lose everything. My job, my reputation, my family's respect. I'd probably face legal consequences for fraud. I don't know how to live with this anymore, but I don't know how to fix it either. I'm sorry to everyone I've deceived, including myself. Story 4. When I was a kid, my aunt made me watch Mulan, which I really liked. But there is this one scene where she's trying to act manly to blend in and tries spitting, but it comes out awkward. Single-digit-year-old me asked why that was, and Auntie told me, "Oh, it's a joke about how women can't spit." So almost my entire life until 17, 18, I thought women couldn't properly spit. Boys only, no girls allowed. Just men could spit. Women didn't have the mouth force. That was a core belief of mine right until transitioning into adulthood. Story 5. I don't even know how to start this. I'm 16M, and today while coming back from my tuition class, something happened that I can't stop thinking about. I was taking a normal bus. It was around 6:30 p.m., and it was quite crowded. I was standing because all the seats were taken. At first everything was fine, just the usual rush, people pushing a bit, conductor shouting for tickets, etc. Then this man got on at the next stop and stood right behind me. I didn't think much about it because there wasn't much space anyway. But after a few minutes I started feeling like he was standing too close, like literally pressing against me even though there was a little space to move. I tried to move slightly forward, but there was a seat in front of me and people all around, so I couldn't go anywhere. Then I felt something touch me from behind like his dick. I fucking hates it. Like I thought maybe like it was accident, like you can get erection like anywhere. So I thought maybe it was by mistake. But then it happened again, slowly, intentionally, like he was rubbing against me. It was crowded and I felt his hand touching me behind like really bad way. I hated it. I wanted to go somewhere, but like there were people around me, so many, and he was just behind me. I hated it. I honestly could have cried, like he was getting in my neck too. I hated it. Felt like my heart is hurting so badly. I like wanted to do something, but I couldn't do anything. Like I felt so suffocated, like I couldn't breathe, like it felt so difficult to breathe. I don't know. I couldn't even do anything. I felt like crying after a few stops. Some people got down and I quickly went near the front, pretending like I was getting off. I didn't even look back. I got down for my stop. When I got off, I felt this weird mix of anger, disgust, and shame. I kept thinking, why didn't I do anything? Why couldn't I say something? Why was I so scared? I feel so weak. I always thought like women face this. Why can't they do anything? I always thought I would punch any person who did this to me. Now I'm home and I can't stop thinking about it. I took a bath immediately, but I still feel dirty somehow. I haven't told anyone because I don't even know how to explain it. What if people don't take it seriously or think I'm overreacting? I am literally crying. I can't stop crying. I am shaking like I don't know. I just needed to say this somewhere because it's eating me up inside. Has anyone else gone through something like this? How do you move on from it? I feel so small right now.